Cool. Both of those are up. I'll redo the video. Awesome.
Thank you for attending this Connect Together event. During this event, we have automatic closed captioning available. Please go to the bottom of the Zoom meeting, click Live Transcript, and then Show Subtitles to turn them on. Before we begin, we'd like to take a quick moment to let you know how you can join an opinion research panel made specifically for British Columbians living with disabilities.
For 25 years, the Disability Foundation has been fostering meaningful experiences for Canadians with disabilities through outdoor recreation, social connectedness, innovative adaptive devices, and more. Today we are asking, how has the pandemic affected you? Help strengthen decision makers' understanding of your needs and experiences by joining an online opinion research panel consisting solely of people with disabilities and their caregivers. Make a difference in your community today. The Disability Foundation. Reimagine what is possible.
Did you know? Young adults with disabilities have a harder time getting hired. Break down barriers by sharing your story. Take our survey.
Cool. And over to you, Megan.
Awesome. All right. Hello, everybody. It is a gorgeous day in Vancouver here, and a great day to be indoors and do some exercise. And I'll just wait till, there we go. Awesome. Thanks, Angela. So that people can see. So we're back at it today. I'm not sure if any of you just heard me chatting with Angela about dates, but just a heads up for next month. We're going to run this program right through to the 16th will be our last day of December before we go on a holiday break. And then we will reconvene this class on the 6th of January. So right away in that first week, which is awesome. Okay. All right. So today's exercise program, we're going to be doing a little bit of release work. We're going to get into the neck and into the pecs, even into the lats today. Excuse me. And then we're going to do upper body push and pull. Okay. So the things that we need today is a band / bands. I know many of us have more than one. I would have all of them handy because I'm not quite sure what you might need quite yet. Some of us are different in which levels of exercise bands we use. So have a couple options around. So a couple of your heavier ones, a couple of your lighter ones, and we're going to use the bands for a few things. Okay. If you have any grip problems or you need some assistance, go ahead and grab your hooks. Or you can do ahead of time, you can tie like a knot and just make like loops in your bands. If you're somebody that has one without handles, if you have one with handles, that can be helpful too. And just get those ready for you for when we start. Okay, and then optional today. So I'm going to be demonstrating with one weight today with some of the stuff we do, but feel free to have two. So if you have full trunk and you're you can sit up tall without a backrest, or you can stand. You may want to do some of the weight work that we do with both arms at the same time. But today I'm only going to demonstrate with one, just so that we're on the same timing and tempo as anybody else that might need to only might need to hold on to something while they do the exercises with the one arm. Okay. In terms of weightage, it could be probably anything like 3 pounds or less. You can even do like soup cans, water bottles. If you're unsure, less is more. Okay. And then, like I said, 1/2 if you want. Okay. And then the last thing we're going to be using is our trusty dowel. So something that is longer than your shoulders or wider than your shoulders, easy enough to grip. So something that you can just grip nicely, and it can be a dead hockey stick, it can be a broomstick, an umbrella, anything like that. Okay, that's our equipment today. One other optional equipment for those of you that might use this already. I'm not going to demonstrate today with it, but for our release work, some of us like to use some type of ball, and that can be like a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball, something small that's a little bit firm. And you can use that for some of the release work. But if you don't have something like that, I'm going to demonstrate with our hands, and that works really well too. Certain areas I actually prefer that because it can give you some nice tactile feedback as to kind of learning where our muscles are and where our tension points are. So once again, optional, I'm going to demonstrate with the hands and fingers, okay? And then as always, we're going to start by sitting up nice and tall. So if that means you need to prop yourself up and you can put something behind your back, that's fine. Maybe it means you just coming forward so that you don't have to use the backrest. Okay. If that's not accessible to you and you're in maybe a power chair, go ahead and you can even recline your power chair a little bit so that we're not rounding forward like this. And the last option is to use a chest strap. Okay. So once we've found our beautiful tall position, we're going to take a hand and we're going to get right into the pec major. Okay, so this arm is just hanging, okay, or just resting on something. We just don't want to have tension in that arm, okay? And we're working right into the pec muscle. So for females, you're going to have some breast tissue there, so make sure you're going in and around because the muscle is actually deeper than breast tissue, okay? So it's going to look like you're digging in and around, okay? If you're male or you don't have any breast tissue, you're going to actually be working right across here, okay? So it's going to look a little different for everybody. And try and find the areas that feel maybe a bit gristly, or maybe you're just feeling like they're a bit sore or tight. And we're just trying to get some blood flow, really getting the fascia moving, trying to separate that from the muscle. And just this aids as a warm-up for our movement. Okay, trying to increase a better range of motion so that our movement gives us more bang for our buck. Once you've done that, you can start moving your way up into the pec minor. So that's going to be found right under this clavicle bone here. So right down, and it's kind of now like almost above my chest, and you're kind of working just up in there. You can do little circles, you can do like a seesaw back and forth, whatever it is that you like. Okay, and then from there, today we're going to take it all the way up. I'm going to support my elbow with my hand, and we're going to get right into the trapezius muscle. So this muscle up here, the upper traps, we call them, can get super, super tight, especially if we do a lot of computer work or we do a lot of manual wheelchair work, crutches, walker, all of the above, stress. So this area holds a lot of tension for many reasons. So really get in there. Once again, you can seesaw forward and back, working all the way to the top of the shoulder. You don't really need to go out as far as this because this is mostly going to be like bone. So just stay within that like neck crease, and where like if you wear a bra, like where a bra strap would go across, just on the inside of that, okay? Okay, and then once you're done that, we're going to find an area here, slightly like right almost directly on top, so right on the ridge, okay? And you're going to push down, find a spot and push down, or pinch, and then pull your ear away to the other side. Okay, so we push down and then we pull. Okay, and this is going to create a little bit of length. So we're pinning that muscle down and then we're creating length. You should feel a little bit of a pull there. We're doing 10 of these. Okay. And 6. Okay, last 3. If you're not at my tempo, that's okay. Do what works best for you, always. It's always my answer. I don't expect everybody to be on the same tempo. And slowly release that. Good. Okay, same arm that you just had, you're going to take behind your back and just drape it across the back of your head. And now we're going to do some nice activation slaps of the lat muscle. So we're trying to really reach behind. Okay, and then your hand will probably hit exactly where it needs to be. Okay, nothing crazy, but just some nice taps that you can feel just to get the sensation and blood flow, everything going. Okay, and then we shake it out. Good. Okay, so your whole one side, if you give your neck a little tip, like, oh, I have so much more length now on that side. So should feel a little bit of unevenness now before we do the other side, okay? So just take notice of the work that you do and what change it makes on the body just in that short time. Okay, and now other side, starting at pec major, really getting in behind that breast tissue. Focusing on your breath. Okay, doing what feels good, never hurting yourself, but just a pressure that's going to create a little bit of difference or awareness to this spot. Okay, and then making your hand up away into pec minor, so below that collarbone here, that clavicle, right in, and it's above the chest level. Okay. And awesome. Okay, and then we take our hand up, support the other elbow if that's helpful, and we're getting into that opposite side trap muscle, upper trap. And just take notice, are your sides even? So you just did your other side ahead, like before this. So do you feel the same tension or pressure or tightness on both sides, or is it different? Okay. Then finding that good spot that needs a little extra love. You're going to push down or pinch and then gently pull your ear to the other side. And push down and release. So pin and press. Pin and then press your ear to the other side. And good. Feels so good. Last 3. And 2. And again. And awesome. Good. Okay, and then the last part of this, bring your hand up behind your head. Nice big activation slaps all up and down the lat muscle. So you can go all the way down your side body. So working up in the armpit and all the way down just past your ribs. This muscle is very, very long. 3, 2, and that's 1. Good. Shake that out. All right, you should feel a little more even on both sides now. Okay, good. So continuing on from that, we're going to go right into a full body movement. So we're going to tuck the chin, rounding in the spine, cat-cows, all the way down until you can't go anymore. We should be looking past the knees, all the way through to the back of the chair that you're sitting on. Slowly roll up. Okay, hands behind you, eyes to the sky, and then chest up to the ceiling. Deep breath here. And we do it again, tucking that chin. Your feet should be flat on the floor here or on your foot plates, if I didn't already say that. And slowly come on up. Rolling up through the spine. Every vertebrae gets a chance. Hands behind you, shoulder blades in your back pockets, heart and eyes to the ceiling. Deep breath here. And again, awesome. Tucking that chin, rounding in the spine. All the way down. Slowly rolling up, nice and slow, especially if you get lightheadedness. Make sure that this is super, super slow. Okay, we don't want to get any any more effects of that. Deep breath. And then we're going to do one more as a group, tucking that chin, rounding in the spine, all the way down. See if you can pull yourself a little closer to your legs. Slowly rolling up. Hands behind you, eyes to the sky, heart up to the ceiling, and shoulder blades in those back pockets, lift. So we're making a big C curve out of the back the opposite way. Coming back to neutral. Awesome. We're going to take our hands to the shoulders. We're going to make nice big circles. Coming forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. We're going to kiss and back. 1. For those of you that are new, reminder, you can write in the chat if you have any questions or comments throughout the workout, and I'll address it as soon as I'm done that movement piece. And 8, 9, and then 10, touch, and then we're going to go right up, reach, try looking at your hand today, and then pull that imaginary rope down from the ceiling. Look up at the hand, nice side body stretch. Pull that imaginary rope down from the ceiling. Oops, there goes my weight. Sorry, neighbors. And up. And all the way down. And up. And all the way down. We are halfway. And reach. And 8, 9, last time. And 10. Good. And now we're going to rotate. So we're going to rotate, tap over that shoulder, look over that shoulder as best as you can, and then bring it down. Other side. Rotate. Feet are staying in the floor. No wiggle parties here. So no movement in the hips. It should just be upper body. Exhaling on the rotation. Okay, last 5. And 3. And 4. One more. And 5. And now we take the arms out. Tiny little circles right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we reverse it, going the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're doing this again, and reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep it up. 9. Other way. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bear hug. Bring it in and open. Good. And 2. Switching the top arm every time. And 3. Opening those pec muscles that we released. That's what this is. Really reaching those arms to the sides. And 6, 7, and 8, and this is 9. One more, and 10, and bring those arms down. Good. Okay. We're going to do a little bit of wrist work here. I know there's a few of us in here that benefit from doing some of the wrist work. So one arm out in front. Okay, we're going to squeeze a bunch of sand, like we're going to pick up sand, squish it out in our hands, like it's all coming out of the sides, and then you're going to flick water off of your fingers, okay? So picking up, grabbing the imaginary sand, pull, and then flick water off your fingers as far as you can across the room. Pick up the sand and squeeze, and then flick. Again, pick up the sand, squeeze and flick. 2 more. Pick up the sand, Squeeze as hard as you can, make a fist, and flick. Last time. Pick up the sand, keep that arm extended. Squeeze, and then we flick. Okay, shake out that hand. Other side. And pick up the sand, squeeze, and then we flick all the water off. Pick up the sand, squeeze all the sand out, and flick. Pick up the sand, squeeze it all out, nice big fist ball, and then nice and light flick. Pick up all the sand, arm stays extended, squeeze, and then we flick. 2 more. Pick up the sand, squeeze, and flick. Last time. Pick up the sand, squeeze, and then we do a last flick. Coming back to this side, big circle. 1 and 2. This arm is not moving, so notice it's just my wrist doing the work. Okay. 7, 8, nice and big. 9 and 10. Other way. 1, nice and big. Get out all those little Rice Krispie cracks. 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Other side, other way. Here we go. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10. Other way, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Okay, go ahead and grab your band. All right, we are going to start with a pull, and then we're going to do a push, and then we're going to do a pull again. Okay, triple set. Here we go. External shoulder rotations. I love these. We're all familiar with these. So this would be like, for most of us, the lighter band, but it might not be the lightest band. Okay. So elbows are in, chest is nice and tall, collarbone nice and wide, palms are up, hitchhiking your thumbs out, and we're going to externally rotate, try and break that band, and then bring it in. Okay, notice how my elbows are not leaving my body. We're not coming out here, right? You're keeping your elbows pretty close to that rib cage. And 5. And 6. 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to do 12 here, 11, and 12, and release. Awesome. Okay, take that band now, and we're going to tie it around our thigh. So you can tie it, you can do this and hold it like I do. Other hand goes on the waist. Or if you have a circle band, you can put your circle band on. Okay, if we have a lot of tension or spasticity in our inner thighs, or just a lack of range of motion, maybe from adhesed external rotators, whatever the reason is, you might want to grab something and put it in between your knees, like a ball or a roller, and then try and let it drop, right? And then open up. So if you don't have this full range, then this is what I want you to do. Try and drop. If you have full range, no problem with your legs, then this is what I want you to do with the band. Okay, so everybody choose. If you're not sure and you're in between, then just do the action without a band. Okay, nice and tall, hand on the hips or hands on the waist. 20 of these. Here we go. Open up, butterfly, and then back in. Okay, reminder with this one, we are not pushing the feet into the floor. This is one of the only exercises where I actually don't want you to do that. I don't want you to get stability from the floor, okay? Because we want to work the external hip rotators, those tiny little stabilizers of the hip. And if we push into the floor, we're actually going to be activating other muscles, and we don't want to work those. Not on this one. Okay, and this is 10. We are halfway. 4, good. Keep going, breathing. 5, sitting up taller, belly button drawing in. 7, breathe. 8, and this is 9, and then this is 10. That was 20. Good. Releasing that. Okay, go ahead. I'm just going to turn this. We have one more in this circuit. You're going to use your thicker band now, so whatever heavier band you have, and you're going to take it over your foot or feet. So just take your band, extend your leg out or legs out, and then hook the band onto your feet or foot, and I'll just turn this. Okay, sitting up nice and tall, we're going to do a seated row. Here we go. So nice and tall, chest lifted. 3, 2, and 1. And we're rowing and release. Good. I think we did this one last week. So for some of you that came last week, this should be familiar. And 5. Okay, for 12 reps. 6. Don't worry about what foot you're using. It doesn't really matter. We're just doing the one set of 12. If you have OCD like I do, you can always switch the foot next round because we are doing this again. Okay, 2 more for me. Count for you, whatever you're at to get to 12, and rest. Awesome. Okay, so that is our circuit. It's all with bands. So we have our external shoulder rotation. We have our hip abduction, our seated clam, and then we have our band row. Okay, so get a sip of water, and we're going to do this all again. For those of you that like to plan, 3 rounds. Okay, here we go. Any comments or questions? Once again, feel free to reach out. 3, 2, and 1. External shoulder rotation, and then bring it in. This is with your lighter band, reminder. For 12. And last 2. And 12. Good. Tying around our thighs or getting something to drop. Okay. Other hand on the waist, sitting up tall. 3, 2, and 1. Feet are not pushing into the floor. Keep that breath going. Halfway here, everybody. Keep that breath going. If 20 is too much, then you do what you can. Reminder, you can always take the band away if you need to. Whoop. Don't worry, it didn't break. I just let it go. 2 more. And awesome. Good. Okay. Shake that out. We're going back to our row. Okay, so 1 or 2 of my feet and legs are extended. I'm taking the band down, hooking it around that, sitting up tall. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. And we're focusing on squeezing those shoulder blades behind my back. Might get a nice little calf hamstring stretch with this one too, depending on how tall you're sitting. And awesome. Good. Okay, 1 more round of this circuit with these 3. So grab your sip of water. I'll give you about 20 seconds, 30 seconds maybe, and then we're doing this again. Barbara, I just saw your text. Are you doing this from should I even say out loud where you are? It might make people jealous. The lovely someone just wrote to me in a text, aloha. So I know where she is doing this workout right now. And I'm sitting here talking about our beautiful weather in Vancouver. I was being sarcastic. It's rain, rain, rain. I hope you're on the lanai. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. For 12, sitting up tall. Make sure that you're breathing. Even this exercise, it's a pull, right? So we're really focusing on that back body. And again. And that is your 12. Okay, bringing it down. And here we go. Okay, finding your option. Hand on the waist if you can. Sitting up tall. Belly button drawing in. 3, 2, and 1. We open. Exhale on the work. So open the knees, exhale. We're halfway. And 6, almost there. Keep that breath going. Do what you can, everybody. And that is your 20. Awesome. Okay, last one in the circuit. So going into your row position, grabbing your band, heavier band, having one leg extended out or both, sitting up tall. Here we go. Couple newcomers coming in late, better than never. 3, 2, and 1. Welcome. We're just rowing last time with this circuit, and we're moving on. For 12 if we can. And beautiful. All right, good. Grab a sip of water, put your band aside. We're gonna not use it for the next little circuit. We're gonna be starting with your weight. Awesome, Barbara, super jealous. All right. So this is the one that I was talking about where we could do this with both hands. So if you had 2 weights and you feel like you're stable enough to do both side work, not unilateral, go for it. So what we're going to be doing is a bicep curl into a press. Okay. So if you feel like coming in, I should actually lower this a little bit. So bicep curl, we're going to be here. That's the curl. Okay, so we're going to separate them. So we're going to do curls here. So if you did both hands, you would just be here. And you have the option of doing that, okay? So that's our first one for 12. Once we're done that, for 12, you're going to lift your arm here. So the weight, the back of the weight, I can see. So we're not here, okay? We're here. And you're going to do a press for 12. So if you want, you can do both, okay? I will be taking time, though, to do one side and then the other side. So if you are doing both, you're going to get a little bit of a rest, okay? Here we go. So this weight, for those of you that came in late, probably nothing higher than a 3 pound, okay? So elbow stays at the rib cage, nice and tall. 3, 2, and 1. Fingernails to armpits and down. And I want you to focus on right here, keeping tension right in this muscle. So we never want to let the arm completely like dead hang to the side. There's always a bit of tension here. Okay? for 12. 9. And that is 12. Okay, and then we take time to go to the other side. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Curl and curl. If you want to do this standing, for some of you that would rather stand, totally fine. 6. Otherwise, nice tall seat like we've been doing since the beginning of class. Okay, fingernails to the armpits. And awesome. Okay, and now we go back to the other side. Elbow is going to be forward. I can see the back of the weight. Okay, so we're not here. I shouldn't see any fingernails. And we're going to press straight up and then right back to that 90 degrees. So my elbow doesn't come down here. Shoulder height. 2, 3, 4. This might even be weightless for some of us. We might just be doing the movement and having no weight, and that's okay. Work within your range. Work within your tolerance level. We don't want any bad pain, okay? There's good pain and bad pain, and if you're not sure what I'm talking about, go to Ocean Rehab and Fitness website and read our latest blog on pain, okay? We don't want you having any bad pain right now, only the good pain. And relax. Other side. Okay, you can also cut the reps down if you need to. 3, 2, and 1. Elbows forward. I can see the weight. Breathing. And 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more, everybody. Keep pushing. And that's 12. Good. And because that's 3, we're going to stop there. We're just going to superset those together because we have 2. It's actually 4 because we have 2 sides. Okay, so take a little rest, shake out those arms. So we have bicep curls right side, bicep curls left, overhead press right side, overhead press left in the neutral press position. So we're not here, we're coming in. Okay, I keep accentuating that, I guess, because a lot of times with my clients in here, we do a lot of this out here. We do a lot of this work. So I just want to accentuate once again, we're in here today. Okay, so a little bit different. Now is the chance to change any weights that you need. If some are too heavy, some are too light. Change those weights out now. Nothing wrong with having just a press for pain-free range of motion. Just trying to get that arm overhead, not having any weight, that's fine too. Okay, round 2. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Bicep curl. Last 4. And 4. Good. Okay, switching to the other side. Bicep curl. 3, 2, and 1. Fingernails to the armpits. And 6. Good. And 10. 2 more, everybody. And breathe. And breathe. And you're done that. Awesome. Okay, going back to your other side. Elbow up, 90 degrees. I should see the back of the weight. Here we go. Press. 1. Only coming down to that 90 degrees. Sitting up tall. Okay, not looking up at the weight. We don't need to. Look straight ahead. It's actually going to help you get better overhead. Last 4 here. Exhale on the work. Push 3 and 4. And we're done with that side. Other side, setting up nice. Elbow on that playing field, 90 degree. 3, I can see the weight. 2 and 1. 6, halfway everybody. Last 2. And last 1. And whoo, okay. Take a little break. There is a third round of that today. So I'll give you about 35, 40 seconds, and then we're doing that again. Last time. I hope everybody is still hanging in and solid. Twenty more seconds. Same round, and then we're going to be moving on to our last circuit. Awesome. All right, here we go. Everybody ready? Last time, bicep curls. And 3, 2, and 1. Nice and tall, fingernails to armpits. Getting that upper body pump. Last one. And awesome. And we're going to switch. Other side. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Two more. And relax. Awesome. Okay, coming back to the other side the last time with your press. Elbow forward, back of the weight I can see, tall. 3, 2, and 1. Push. Coming only down to 90 degrees. Last 4 here. And this is 4. And excellent. Switching sides. Here we go. Nice position. 3, 2, and 1. Last time, everybody. This is probably the hardest part of the workout right here. Keep that elbow forward. Counting down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you are done with the weights. Awesome. Whew. Okay, catch your breath. Let your heart rate come down if it is up. And then we're going to get into dowel work. We are going to be getting that heart rate up again. So, timer, because I love timers. So we are going to do a dowel kayak, but we are going to do it with a overhead. So I always demonstrate on the couch, which isn't the smartest because then I can't exactly show you the full version, but essentially I want you to do a full kayak. So it's like you're driving down. So I'm going to be showing like this just so I don't hit into the couch, but it's 1, 2, and then up. And then 1, 2, and then up. Okay. I don't really care which way you go. So if you want to keep going, lead right, lead left, up, and then back right, that's fine. If you want to go right, left, up, and then go back, left, right, up, that's fine too. I just want you to pick a pattern and stick with it. Okay, 1 minute, that's what we're doing. And then we're going to do some dips from our chair for those of us that can. Okay? These are your last two things today. So this will be 1 minute. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So it's kayak, kayak, up overhead. Kayak, kayak, up overhead. And again, kayak, kayak, up overhead. Keep going, everybody. Find your pattern and stick with it. Try and not mess that pattern up. Whatever you committed to, that's the minute pattern. Okay, you are already halfway there. Breathing. And breathing. Those overheads must be tired. We did so much pressing, but you've got it. We've only got 15 seconds left, and you only have to do this once today. Just once, that's it. 5 seconds. And time. Beautiful. Okay, so dips in our chair. If dips in your chair don't work for you and you know how to do those skull crushers, go ahead and get on the floor and finish with those. Okay, if you're not sure, but you're in a chair, hands are on the chair, so your hands will be like on your armrests. Okay, I'm just going to do it on fists on the couch. But the big thing we want to make sure is that we're not winging those elbows out. So if you're someone that doesn't have triceps, I can't see anyone in here that doesn't, that I know of. So most of us, if we have our tricep muscle, we want to make sure those elbows stay back. You're going to dip forward slightly, and you're going to lift your hips off the chair, and then back down, and then you're going to do it again. Back down, okay? I just don't want to see this. So you're either on the floor, if you know these skull crushers, go ahead and do those. Otherwise, I challenge you to stay in a chair and do these dips. We're going to do 8. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Push yourself off with those arms, and then come on down. And again, 2, and come on down. And 3. Breathing. 4. You can put weight in your feet. That's okay. 5. And again, 6. 2 more if we can. 7. Last time. 8. Keep those shoulders away from those ears. And slowly come down and shake it out. Good. Okay, a little bit of a stretch here. You're just going to take this arm, bring it up and over your back, and you're going to lift and try and pull that arm behind your back. Okay, so just lift here. If you need stability, you can actually just keep this arm down and just try and reach your hand behind your back. Otherwise, we're going to get a little bit more of a pull here. Okay, so getting those triceps stretched out. Deep breathing. Okay, and then slowly release that. Awesome, shake that out. Other side, up. "30 seconds here. You're almost there. And slowly unwind that. Good. Shake out those arms, shake out those elbows. All right. Excellent job, everybody. So that is our session today. Thank you all for coming. I really look forward to seeing all of you next week. If you want any more tips or tricks or anything about any of the exercises we did today, feel free to visit the Ocean Insider Club website where we have all of these on there. with trainer tips from some of our lovely coaches, including myself. And otherwise, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, stay on and I can fill you in. Otherwise, I hope everyone has a great day. Everybody be jealous of Barbara in here who's working out in Hawaii right now. Thank you for your commitment. And yes, thanks everyone. I'll see you next week.